It's Cougar Sports Saturday.
Touchdown! Stayed inside the boundary and gets in for 6.
Cougar Sports Saturday, a presentation of KSL Sports.
Ritchie right to the rim, driving score!
BYU Sports Talk by Cougar fans for Cougar fans. Here's your host, Mitch Harper, on Utah's legacy home of the Cougars. KSL News Radio, 102.7 FM and 1160 AM.
Cougar Sports Saturday here on KSL News Radio, March 14th on a Saturday. Mitch Harper here with you, rolling along here on this Saturday afternoon. I know the countdown to Selection Sunday continues, but we got to talk some BYU football, and head coach Kalani Sitake spoke to the media earlier this week at practice. They're getting to the midway point today. They're going to have their first spring scrimmage of camp. Of course, the spring practices will conclude with an alumni game coming up next month on Friday, April 3rd at 6 p.m. at Lavelle Edwards Stadium. Norb Chow versus Robbie Bosco. They will be the two head coaches in that alumni game. But this was Kalani Sitake with the media after practice earlier this week.
I feel really good about the team. Obviously, we got a long ways to go still, but it's nice to have quarterbacks that kind of know what we're doing already, and being able to see Bear, just his command of the offense is really nice, and so I mean, it gives us a lot more confidence going into the season. But also having Trace and Bourget there, and then seeing what Enoch can do, so it's a good group. Then you complement that with a veteran group with O linemen, with the guys that are there, with Bruce especially snapping the ball, and so that and our receivers are doing a great job, and LJ's in there coaching, so I think this is going to be really good for the offense. But defensively, I think overall the team's working a lot on all three phases. I like the way it's going right now. But yeah. I mean that's, we're getting nervous because the call sheets are really long, and the guys we're putting a lot more in, but it's good film for us to put in, and they're going pretty fast with the amount of install that we're getting from offense and defense. And so it's more than what we've done in the past, but I think in a lot of ways it's going to be better for us in the long run, because they'll have the film and they'll be able to practice all that stuff from off of the film in the PRPs and things like that when the players are by themselves, after the break.
Outside of Bruce, who else has impressed you from the offensive line?
Yeah, Gentry's done a good job there, and then obviously, Pocky's done a great job at the tackle position, and then we have a bunch of guys that I think could fit in what we're trying to do. I think TJ can get anywhere from 8 to 10 guys rotating if we need to, but with Kyle playing there, and Sonny's not back yet, but I mean, we have a good veteran group that's returning, and then you have a bunch of guys that have played a lot of reps, and guys that we know will be in the mix, and so Seal's doing some good things too. So there's a lot of great. The guys that we brought in the portal have done a great job providing competition and depth.
What has stood out to you about receivers like JoJo and Cody so far?
Yeah, JoJo had a big play today, and it's just being able to see his speed, and honestly, it's just Bear feeling comfortable and getting that connection. We kind of had to work it in within the season, and so. Now you can tell that they've spent a lot more time together, and so it's good to get those guys working well with the quarterback. And so I thought Bear had a couple of really good plays today that ended up being big-time plays for us, and having guys like JoJo and developing that connection. He's starting to do it with the tight ends too and the running backs, and so it's been really nice seeing Bear, knowing the offense now and kind of seeing that we can push him to the limits of his learning ability.
LJ, you said he's coaching. Do you expect him to suit up at all?
Well, he can. I mean, he's doing a lot of the running that we do. I mean, a lot of the non. Speaking of which, it's like, so LJ is a very popular guy on the team, and obviously with the fans, but no, he's doing a lot. I mean, he's running full speed and all that stuff. So. He's doing a lot of the stuff that doesn't require, him, other than the individual stuff. I think it's stuff that he's really good at, though. But, I mean, he's faster now than he ever has been, which is really good. And he's still pretty big, so I like the way that he's working.
A solid amount of defensive guys returning this year. How helpful is that in spring ball to have that, to maybe, not necessarily necessarily you're working on the X's and O's, it's figuring everything out with them.
Yeah, we have a good amount of veterans, guys that have played a lot of snaps coming back, and defensively, there's a bunch of guys that can do that. So, it sucks to lose like great players like Jack and others that have been there, but man, I think these guys are stepping up and they're making big time plays, and we're having some great competition. So it's kind of because we're going against each other. I can't really be positive about one side more than the other, but I could say the ones are doing a really good job, and that's on both sides. And I think the twos are a little bit further on the defense, but further along. But that's just because it's a little bit easier installed in the offense. But this is a great group. Having so many guys that have that experience is great, but that means we just need to get the younger guys that might be in the mix, and most of them are one play away from being in the mix and being in the rotation. So getting them up to what we need, we think they can be. And that helps when the majority of these freshmen should be in high school still. So it's kind of nice that they're able to get some extra time with us and also work early on getting their degree. So I think everybody benefits other than, I think they can still go back to prom and stuff like that if they want to. But, but it's been really good having the majority. I mean, all our freshmen that are coming in, there's those that are going on missions, but then there's every one of them are mid-year except for one joins us in June. So that's a good benefit.
Offensive side of the ball, who's maybe emerging as some leaders? Chase and Carson going to graduation.
Yeah.
Who's emerging?
Well, it's all the guys that you expect. I think the O-line, and then, you have guys like JoJo that's been around for a long time, and you even seen like Tiger and you have a bunch of guys that have played. Reggie, the guys that have been here, and Cody Hagan. So and then the tight ends have been here too. So even though we have Roger and Walker are new, those other guys, Kean and Noah, those guys have played a lot of reps here. So there's a bunch of guys that are just, I can't really say it's just like one or two leaders. These guys have all been leaders, whether it's in high school or on their missions or things like that. And the key part of the leadership is you have guys that are willing to follow and guys that are willing to do what's right.
His redshirt Justin Kirkland last year, is he
Yeah.
at the level you expect him to be at this point?
Yeah, we're really thankful that we redshirted him. I think that was kind of, if you remember last year, we were kind of struggling with the interior defense, getting guys bigger and getting some stops and just kind of having a big, good presence. It's good to have a presence that's over 330 pounds that is hard to move. And so I think we did the right thing by waiting for him to play for us later. He was able to get some valuable reps, even in the championship game and then also in the bowl game. So I think we got the most out of him in that redshirt year. I think it's gonna pay off huge for him and also for Keanu. So we've had to use Keanu a lot into the interior side without having Justin there. So now Keanu can kind of be a little bit more on the outside and probably make more plays for us.
Along with Justin, what else are you seeing from that defensive interior guys? Like maybe Bodie's kind of a hybrid, but kind of characterize that for group.
Yeah, I think Viliami Poha's a great player for us, and Bodie's going to be one too. And Schoonover's made a lot of plays. So Ulavai's done a great job. He's come along really well, and then honestly, the younger guys just need to gain weight, get bigger, and luckily we're really good at that. We can put weight on these guys, and I mean I'm an expert, so if anybody needs to know how, I just come hang out with me for a day, and you'll find out how hard it is for me to keep the weight off. So, but yeah, these guys, and then they have Coach Poha's done a great job at helping them get there. So the entire D-line group, they should be bigger. If you see them now, they're bigger than they were at the bowl prep, and they'll be bigger by the time we hit fall camp in August.
Will Ferrin meant so much to the program.
Yeah.
Who are the guys on special team and the kicking that you like so far?
Yeah, we have Matthias has done a great job, and Matthias was Will's backup for the last couple of years, and luckily Will's been great about teaching him what helps Will and what his mindset. And you guys know Will's got a great mindset when it comes to kicking. He got his ice in his veins, and so I think that's kind of if you watch Matthias in this camp in spring, he's done a great job at kind of basically being another Will Ferrin. And then Ian Sanchez is helping us right now. He just got home from a mission, and then we plan on Brody Laga joining us after his mission. He gets back in a couple months, and so those guys are doing a great job. And then Fuller's done a great job for us in the punting part, and I think it's his job right now. So and so far in in spring ball, he's done everything we think he can. He's got a powerful leg, so I think he's done a great job with that in the holding part. And, I think we'll be fine with the kicking.
Last question.
Yeah, Sam. I guess we're waiting for the NCAA to make decisions, and we're gonna see if he can get his years, get his eligibility. But if not, then we'll move on. But we love Sam. We love our group, and I'd like to encourage everybody to get an extra year. I'd take Tanner Wall back if he could, and all these guys that are seniors. So if there's any chance we can get another year from all of them, then I'll do it. But yeah, we'll have to wait. But I don't know what the odds all are in that, but. If there's a slight chance, then we'll see what we can do there.
And that's BYU football head coach Kalani Sitake. Some good tidbits there from Kalani as spring practices roll on in Provo. Taking our final timeout on the other side. We'll close out the show next here on Cougar Sports Saturday.